further ado, inshallah, we'll try to take some of them. Um, so this one is as follows. When our scholars of the past were defining a human and human life, they differentiated between plant life, animal life, and then human life. But today we have artificial intelligence created by a human, and we have humans who in many cases do not perform any different from artificial intelligence. They seem to be very similar. For instance, some humans may fail the Turing test, a test that was designed to evaluate how good an artificial intelligence object is. So isn't it the time to re-examine and update how we define a human based on the questions that arise in the modern world and the attempts to equate humans with artificial intelligence? They want to define humans as algorithms, for example.
I don't know what's the problem. So we never define human beings based on responses and things that artificial intelligence is doing.
I think people might be saying that basically the idea is that people are mistaking robots with human beings.
Yeah, they do.
So how can we redefine or at least re-understand our definition of a human being such that it would be clear that a robot or a robot with high artificial intelligence is not the same as a human being?
Yeah, a very central part of human being or humanity is free will, and we believe that a person with the same background as yours may give a different response or even more. You yourself, everything is the same for you. Even you at each moment can give different response. So human beings, if they are really acting as human beings, they can never be programmed and they can never be predicted 100%. We can say, okay, it's more likely that this person does this, but we can never be 100% sure if they use their free will. The problem is that many people don't really use their free will. They act by pressures, etc. Therefore, they can be predicted. This is why in some lectures I said that I very much admire people that for making decisions they have a sophisticated way. Sometimes they may answer quickly, but it's not because they haven't gone through that system. Maybe they have already, spent years on practice. But what is important is they never do something or say something without tens of things being checked. The time, or more precisely, the process that is taking place in your mind when something becomes an option till you decide to do it or not to do it, this process, how sophisticated it is, this determines how wise you are, how rational you are. Some human beings are not wise and rational. They can then be predicted. We can make robots of them. But those who are very wise, you cannot make robots of them.
So I can understand from what you're saying, Sheikh, is that yes, there are some human beings that are unfortunately degrading themselves to being programmable and predictable. And so this is there. But if somebody develops their perfection, they're able to transcend that.
Some human beings act like animals. They look like human beings, but they act like animals. Okay, you can do whatever you can do with animals for prediction or programming, you can do with them. You want to encourage them, give them good money, give them, I don't know, comfort, give them power, they will do it for you. But those who are wise, those who are more sophisticated, they don't look at just one factor. They don't look at just, worldly things.
Thank you very much, Sheikh.
You're welcome.
We have this question on jealousy. How do I conquer jealousy so I do not fall into wretchedness? I want to be content with what God gives me.
What is jealousy? I think the question is about hasad, not ghibta, because we have positive envying in the sense that I see someone has good quality, I want to have similar thing. To envy in a good way, that's okay, ghibta. But jealousy means that I cannot see someone has a good point, good children, good job, good reputation, etc. I cannot see that. My focus is not that why I don't have. My focus is why he or she has this. This is very ridiculous quality. Why, I should suffer when someone has something good. Yes, if you are concerned why you don't have it, that's good. But why you are not able to see other people have something positive? Why you suffer? Is it against you? Or you think Allah is going to become, bankrupt because he has no enough to give to everyone, so you see he has given to others, so then he cannot give it to me? What is the problem? So we have to try to dig into our heart and see what is making me upset. If I don't have it, okay, ask Allah to give you. So Allah, alhamdulillah, you have given others, good things. Could you give me also the same? No problem. But if you are happy not to have, and only concern is why they have, what has this to do with you? So, if we dig into jealousy, we find it's something ridiculous, something childish. Unfortunately, we may suffer from this. I'm not saying we are free from jealousy, but it's very childish, it's very ridiculous. And to get rid of it, we need to keep thinking and reflecting and 100% clarify for ourselves that there is no benefit in this. I should be happy that Allah has helped others, Allah has blessed others. I should be very happy, I should be grateful to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, you have given them, and please give me also. That's it.
Thank you, Sheikhna.
You're welcome.
One other question on another point on self-development. It's about takabbur. How do we handle the narcissism or takabbur in us? How do we treat the takabbur and narcissism that is found in us, or that could be in us?
If I am happy with myself and admire myself because I see in myself good things that I don't have, it's a tragedy. Because sometimes people are admiring themselves and they don't have what they think. For example, some people think they are very wise, but they are not. Some people think they are very clever, they are very efficient, they are very good politicians, but they are not, for example. They are very good, of parents, but they are not. So, if I am happy with myself and admire myself because of the things that I don't have, then it's a tragedy. If I am happy with myself because of the things that I really have, okay, how much you have then? There are people who have it much more. Plus, who gave you this? Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Dua Arafah says very beautifully that Ilahi anal jahilu fi ilmi فكيف لا أكون جهولا في جهلي إلهي أنا الفقير في غناي فكيف لا أكون فقيرا في فقر. With respect to what I have, I am poor. You have given me. With respect to the things that I know, I am ignorant. I don't know many things about them, and I can forget them. I can, make mistake. So how I can praise my knowledge? How can I praise my power, etc.? So we need to know that many times we really are not as good as we think. Secondly, even if there is something good in us, it's not from us. If you are employed by the bank to dispense money, and they give you every day in the morning, some money to dispense, you shouldn't think you are rich. It's just given to you to dispense. And if you even spend 1 cent without permission, you will be questioned and you may be punished. So, with thinking, these are very obvious things, but unfortunately they can become big tragedies because we are not acting rationally, we are not thinking, we are not contemplating, we don't have muhasabatun nafs, we don't have muraqabah. So we have to contemplate. And one of the things that helps is having good friends who can be honest with us and say, why you are, so much admiring yourself. Of course, there are people who are in need of encouragement. There are people who are, with low self-esteem, low self-confidence. We have to encourage them. But if you see someone is going above the balance, then you have to bring them to the balance in a wise way.